He's got to fulfill his mission, to see his heart, and that is their greatest ambition. But he will survive in this world of competition, cause no matter what they do, not to keep on coming through, and no matter what they say, dread it did that every day, not to dread rise again, through the mystics of tomorrow, not to dread rise again. Have no fear, have no sorrow, eh? All you see are gone is to fight against the Rasta man. So they build their word in great confusion to force on us the devil's illusion. But the stone that the builders refused shall be the head cornerstone. No matter what games they play, we've got something they can never take away. We've got something they can never take away. And that's the fire. That's the fire that's burning down everything. Feed the fire. Fire. Only the birds have wings down. Hey, no time to be deceived. And this you must know. And now believe. Just as the judgment will not be with water. No water can put out this fire. This fire. This fire. This fire. I got you. Right, naughty, right. Got it ready, got it. Now the fire is out of control. Panic in the city, wicked weeping for their souls. Everywhere the fire is burning, destroying and melting their goods, destroying and wasting their soul. Right, naughty, right. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, the people of the world. It's a beautiful, 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 bright morning here from Houston, Texas, United States of America. Of a new week. I hope you guys are starting off great. Yes, it's sunny here, even if it's a little chilly. Yes, this is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, all the way from Houston, Texas, United States of America. Yes, hypocrisy in Nigeria that we must stamp out. Hypocrisy in Nigeria that we must stamp out. Yes, every day is something funny, coming out of my country, Nigeria. Yes. The effort to divide our country by hypocrites who don't want the country to unite, people who don't love the country. And for a very long time, we've been playing along. We've been keeping quiet while all these things are happening. Our education somehow does not mean anything. Thank God I don't have that type of education. I would be a fool if I was educated to be such an idiot. Yes, I'll be a fool. A lot of Nigerians have degrees, but they are not making use of their education. Yeah, because we were educated outside what we should be. Our education does not have anything to do with who we are as a people. Yes, that is where we are. In the north of Nigeria, when we speak as Nigerians with rights to talk about anything and everything about the state of our country, some people get offended. They will tell you that you are anti-North, you are anti-Yoruba, you are anti-Fulani, you are anti-Igbo, you are anti-this, anti-that. But they don't know that we all share one country that should have a uniform set of rules and regulations and laws. A country that is supposed to be practicing a constitutional democracy. You see a lot of crazy things going on in that country. Now, let me not waste a lot of time. I'm talking about this issue of alcohol consumption, alcohol sales, and excise duties collected from breweries and other companies that make alcohol. All right? So much money is collected in the form of excise tax. And these taxes are shared among the states of the Federation. There are states in Nigeria that say they want to practice Sharia, Islamic legal code. Yes. I don't know why that should even be happening in a secular state in the first place. But that is Nigeria. It's happening. They declared Sharia in the north of Nigeria. Political Sharia, not Sharia that really is the Sharia that should be practiced the way Sharia is practiced in true Islamic states. The Sharia in Nigeria is political. The Sharia in Nigeria is hypocritical. The Sharia in Nigeria is used to abuse children, to marry underage children. Yes. There is a lot of drug problems in Nigeria, things that in Nigeria, especially in that north of Nigeria, where I lived for 8 years. There are people, so many people are on drugs, and that is why they call them down choir. Yeah, down choir drug addicts. There are thousands, if not millions, of young people in that part of Nigeria heavily under the influence of drugs. Yes, that has reached an epidemic level that nobody is paying attention to. No, the federal does not pay attention to it. The states do not pay attention to it. But they see alcohol, beer is their problem. And the funny thing is that most of these people who do all these things, they drink beer, they hide beer. They put beer in the kettle and drink them to pretend as if it is water. We know all this. We have friends. We lived among friends. We talk, as children, as young people at the time when I was living in Kano. We saw all this hypocrisy. All of a sudden, they came up with this law of Sharia. And let me be more specific about Kano now. Until someone else, I know it's being practiced somewhere in Zamfara, Zamfara state. They say they have Sharia. I think it's on the northern, far northern states. Why practice this hypocrisy? Kano state created a kind of police, all right, that enforce Sharia law. They call them Hishbash. All right, they will go and raid people's stores, Nigerian people's stores, people who are doing legal business. They sell beer. People drink beer in Nigeria. A lot of people drink beer in Nigeria. If you don't drink, why do you impose your way on those who drink? Why are you not applying your law on those who know that truly, if it is anything that has to do with God, do you enforce the law of God? Why not leave God to enforce his laws? Anyway, they came about this Sharia thing, targeting beer and those who sell beer. And those who sell beer are, from various parts of Nigeria who live in the north of Nigeria. This same Achilles heel that we must do something about. The north is a setback to Nigeria. People have not been saying it openly like we are saying it now. The north on our front has been a setback to Nigeria. The north underdevelops its people. The people in the north, they don't want to integrate with the rest of Nigeria. The reason is because they want to continuously hammer them down with all these things. That's how they prosper. The criminals, the rogues, who call themselves northern leaders, northern emirs, northern sultans, northern whatever, clerics, and all that. They keep their people in mental slavery. They keep the people, Nigerians there, hammer them down with ignorance. Don't give them access to opportunity. They don't want them to integrate and interrelate with people from other parts of the country. That is why the country is stuck. But our job is to open Nigeria because Nigeria is locked down. Nigeria is stuck. That is why we are advancing a course for open Nigeria. Just yesterday, somebody sent me this item. I went and verified it, where they were destroying bottles of beer with contents in them. All right. Now the question is this: these northern states, they are called the northern states, instead of Nigerian states, who have always wanted to keep Nigeria divided, with their governors, with their emirs, with their religious leaders, mostly hypocrites. When Nigeria shares money, the revenue accruing from taxation, yes, excise tax on alcohol, yes, excise tax on alcohol, they don't reject it. They take the money, they take the taxes, they use it to fund their budgets. Anyway, the budget that they do not really use to help the people, they put the money in their pocket. These same hypocrites, we come and be destroying beer. They come shamelessly in the open to be destroying beer, and they make it a big media issue. So, like, against sinners, especially in the north of Nigeria, let us come off of it. And this is why we want the young people there. This is why we want the young people in the north of Nigeria to look up to the faces of the people who have been misleading them and tell them that, no, we have had enough of your deceit. Those who want to be true Muslims can be Muslim. I know a lot of good Muslims, beautiful, nice Muslims. You don't need anything to tell you that they are practicing true Islam. It reflects on their body. It reflects on how they speak. It reflects on their relationship with others. It reflects on anything and everything. It reflects in the type of families that they raise. Not the government Islam, not the hypocritical Islam that is being practiced in Nigeria, especially in the north of Nigeria, where a group of persons will want to lord it out on the people and tell them what to do. The people are not free to express themselves. Your relationship with God is personal, because when at the end of your time on earth, you are solely going to account for how you lived your life here. You are not going to see Sultan Saad. He is going to account for his own wickedness, all the things he has been doing here on earth. So, my brothers and sisters in the north, truly, we love you. I love you. That is why I am personally reaching out to you. My message may sound harsh, but by the time you understand what I've been telling you, download my messages. Look for somebody to interpret them if you cannot understand the type of English that I'm speaking. Look for an interpreter so that you will understand what I've been telling you, that I am not here to tell you what you want to hear, but I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from the Almighty God, the truth that is different from the falsehood that they told you or they tell you constantly every day and every Friday. That is truth. Yes, they are misleading you. They are not telling you the truth. If Islam forbids alcohol, stay away from it. Don't drink it. Seriously. Like me, I am not a Christian and I'm not a Muslim, but I don't drink alcohol. I don't have anything to do with alcohol. If I change my mind that I'm going to start drinking, that's my business. I'll drink it. I don't smoke. I don't drink by choice. All right? So if it's part of your Islamic injunction that you should not drink and you don't want to practice it to the letter, don't drink. But don't say be telling me that you are a Muslim. You are not a true Muslim. And then you come and be destroying people's beer, money, something that they invested money to buy. That is, you are not. It doesn't make you a Muslim. I hate that I'm talking about religion. I other people's rights. Yes, we have a right to say it. You are violating my right. You are violating my right as a citizen of Nigeria, and you are violating the rights of millions of Nigerian citizens who deserve the money that they give to the northern states, the so-called northern states, that hate beer, that are enforcing laws against alcohol. The money that they are given from the excise tax that is collected in Nigeria should have better benefited other people who do not have problems with drinking beer in their places. Now you pocket this money and then you come around and begin to destroy the property of fellow Nigerians who sell beer. They are not selling it, it's not illegal. There's no law in Nigeria that makes the selling of beer illegal. Okay, even if you have a state law that does not support selling of beer, stop collecting those excise taxes. I'm going to have to sue the government of Nigeria to stop them from giving excise tax to any revenue accruing from excise taxes to any states where Sharia is practiced. It's my right, and we have to do it. If they cannot do it by themselves by rejecting those monies, we have to use a constitutional mean to stop them from accepting that. Yes, sorry about the disruption. Somebody. Yes, sorry about the disruption. Somebody I want to see. Yeah. So the people of Nigeria, honestly, let's end this hypocrisy. Let's end this hypocrisy. These people have been misleading our people in the north of Nigeria. They are not driven by anything but by economics. They are not true Muslims. They want to call some of us enemies of Islam, but they are the real enemies of Islam. They are the people lying to their people. They are the people who will hide and drink beer and come out and make laws against those who drink beer. They are the ones who are violating little girls. I would think that those are the laws that Nigeria should be passing. We have a useless National Assembly in Nigeria that does not care. Our young girls are pimped by banks, yes, who give them jobs to go and prostitute in the name of making accounts. The National Assembly of Nigeria does not see anything wrong with that because its members are all partakers in the evil of abusing our young girls. I'm going to have to talk about that one on a separate broadcast. In the north of Nigeria, a lot of young girls are suffering from vesicovaginal fistula. Yes, vesicovaginal fistula. You know what that means? When they marry underage children, 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 13-year-old, being married in the north of Nigeria, married off to adults who violate them sexually in the name of marriage. They tear their ureters, they tear their urinary bladders, they tear their rectum. Millions of young girls in Nigeria are suffering. They are leaking urine, they are leaking feces. And once that happens, they will divorce them and go and look for another victim. Sultan Saad of Fulani Sultan Saad of Sokoto knows that. That is not of no importance to him. No, they know all that. All the state governors in the north of Nigeria know all that. Our National Assembly is aware of that. That is a no-go area. Nobody wants to touch that area and pass laws against that, against child marriage in the north of Nigeria. But these men protected their own girls. The Sultan of Fulani Sultan of Sokoto protects his children. I am not sure he will give away his 10-year-old to marriage to the extent that they will destroy her vagina, destroy her urinary bladder, destroy her rectum. He will not. But he keeps quiet. He allows it. They say it's an Islamic rule. I have read the Quran. I didn't see where God said that young girls should be abused. They are coming after beer. Nonsense. And that is why the revolution that will happen in Nigeria will take place, will start happening in the north. Because that place is a hell. It's a hell. And this is the place where 10 out of the country's 13 heads of state came out from. They all do nothing. They did absolutely nothing to address some of these problems. These nagging problems. Yes, I am talking from the experience of a healthcare worker who have lived in the north of Nigeria, specifically Kano. 8 years in Kano. I saw so much, and I'm not sure anything has changed. If there's any legislation anybody should pass, it should be a legislation against child marriage. It's a legislation against what will lead children to suffer immense pains and suffering for the rest of their lives. In a country where the medical healthcare delivery is at its worst. I saw thousands of girls leaking urine, leaking feces, smelling. Yes. Children, innocent children. Man, these hypocrites in the north. You young people who are beginning to see things, who by the power of the internet are now able, against the wish of your oppressors, are now able to interact with the rest of the world. It's time for you to wake up. All the things that they have been doing in the north of Nigeria are not supported by Islam. Because the people are mostly illiterate, they deny them access to education. Whatever these people will stand up and take a microphone and lie to them, they believe. If they ask them to go and kill, they kill in a jiffy. That was why I was injured. That was why they killed my friend in 1991. Ignorance, not because they are killers. Children who were raised in some of the harshest conditions, without love, no parental care. They dumped them. 30 million young Nigerians between the age of 6 and 15 are on the streets in the north of Nigeria, begging for alms, day in, day out, from AM to PM. Yeah, they go for months without taking shower. They go for months without brushing teeth. I would think that will be a national emergency where the states have failed. The states that collect budget on monthly basis from the federation account, but their budget is not used to take care of the people. Their budgets are not used to advance a cost for the healthcare delivery system. Their budgets are not used to advance the cost of education. Their budgets are not used to advance the cost of a social security. Yes, anywhere in Nigeria. I doubt if Nigeria has any social welfare policy that can translate into social security. That is how dark and stark the Nigerian situation is. Yes. So you hypocrites in the north of Nigeria, your time is up. You young people who can read and write in the north of Nigeria, it's time you rise up and become the next generation of leaders. Your elders has failed you. Your elders, the so-called Wuru Wayo Yahoo Northern elders, have failed you. Your Sultan is a failure, disaster, corrupt, morally bankrupt. All your emirs are all fraudsters. They are the reason we have bandits and Boko Haram. Yes, they are the masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria. You know it, they know it, the whole world knows it. Yes. They are the ones disordering Nigeria. They are the reason you cannot progress. They are the reason you are poor. It's not Allah, like they told you, that Allah is the one that makes you poor. Anything Allah wishes for you is why is Allah not wishing the same thing for their own children? Why do they have their children in Saudi Arabia? Why do they have their children here in the United States? Why do they have their children in the UK? Why do they have their children in the United Arab Emirates? Why do they have their children in Saudi Arabia? You are there, and they are using you as cannon fodder to advance a cause for their evil. I am calling you now. My words are words of liberation. Listen to me. Don't look at me as someone different from you. I am your brother. Yes, I am your brother. And you are my brothers and sisters. Listen to me. It's time you woke up. Any, no laws, no culture marries out 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 13-year-old, up to 18-year-old. Yes, I have a daughter who is 18. Yes, if she comes to me to tell me that she wants to marry anybody, I will tell her, are you crazy? Yeah, at the age of 18. Yes, I will tell her, are you crazy? You have to get your ass together before you think about that. Yes, I have one. She's a virgin. She's 18 years old. I talk about everything with her. Yes, we discuss just about everything. The people in the north, especially the Hausa people, you need to go back and reorganize your family system. Because you are the worst hit. You are the worst hit. After they made you poor, after they deny you everything, yes, they leave you vulnerable. And your vulnerability is being exploited. Yes. By these criminals and their feudalistic oligarchy. That is the reason why we are speaking to you. You are a young Hausa man. You are a young Fulani man. You are a young Muslim in the north of Nigeria. It's time to start asking yourself these questions. Why do we have, maybe you don't know, go to Malam Aminu Kano Hospital. Go and ask them the meaning of vesico-vagina fistula. All right? It results from what? Having sex by an adult with a minor, with an underaged child. You have sex with a minor here in the United States, you are going to a very long jail term. I'm talking about jail term as long as 70 years old. They don't tolerate it here. I am not saying that it doesn't happen, but don't be caught. That is rape. Yes. Why will old men take interest in defiling and violating, vandalizing young girls? You don't send them to school. Once they have this problem, they trash them, they divorce them. They'll go and look for another one. My brothers and sisters in the north of Nigeria, you are Nigerians. That is why we are telling you we don't want this north thing. Because they use it to divide you. They use it to make you ignorant. They use it to prevent you from interacting with people like me and other people who could be resourceful, who can show you new ways of doing things. Yes, who can tell you, who can give you the right information about how you can actually organize your life and make it look better. We share knowledge. I want to learn from you, and you learn from me. That is what it's supposed to be. But they lock you down. They use religion. They tell you that people from other places are kafiris. Yes, so that you won't be able to touch them. They are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. You know what hypocrites mean? Yes. Somebody who tell you to do what he say, but he's not doing the same thing. Double standard. He's a liar, fraudsters, exploiters, people, abusers, those who make you poor. They are the reasons. Nigeria gives them so much money every month. Yes, the governors collect a lot of money from the federation account. Why are there so many illiterates in the north of Nigeria? Why are there so many children who are not going to school? It's not like they cannot address it. It's a policy thing. Once they make up their mind that they want to stamp out that system, the system will automatically be stamped out. But because they use you as weapons to blackmail Nigeria, they want to keep you repressed, they want to keep you blind, they want to keep you ignorant so that they can, anytime they call you to go and do their bits, you jump on and do it. They know that when they keep you busy, you are advancing a course, you are working on a pathway to making your life better, they won't be able to find you to use anymore. They are your enemies. They are the enemies of Islam, not me. They are the enemies of the North, not me. They are your enemy and the enemies of God. That is why you should reject them. Yes, I am saying it with smoke coming out of my mouth. Because it's not like I'm a stranger to that place. I lived in the North. I lived in Kano for 8 solid years. All I saw was poverty. All I saw was squalor. All I saw was children suffering. Yes, children struggling. Wake up when they are supposed to be waking up and going to school. They wake up with plates in their hand, beggarly plates, some unwashed. And then when you give them food, you give them food on top of the bad food that they collected from the previous day. Who lives a life like that in a country that is so rich? Nigeria is so rich. Nigeria is so rich. I said Nigeria is so rich. But Nigerian leaders are poor in the head and very wicked in their hearts. That is why they are your enemies. That is why we are telling you, we don't negotiate with them. That is why we are telling you, join us at Open Nigeria. We want to build a huge crowd of Nigerians so that when they see the crowd, they can't touch us. They will be on the run when we decide that their end has come, like it is right now. That is what we are asking you from. We are not your enemies that they tell you. We are not anti-North. We are anti-evil North. We are for Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be one. They are the ones who divide Nigeria. Since independence, they keep on dividing Nigeria. Let me tell you what Amadou Bello said. Amadou Bello was their champion who divided Nigeria. But sadly, he's your hero. He's a hero in the North. Yeah, people say, don't say it because he's their leader. Man, the leaders failed. Nigerian leaders at independence were all failures. All of them, no exception. Amadou Bello is the champion of hate. Yes. He's the champion of repression. He was the one who started the process of repressing the North, the people in the North. Yeah, for the only good of his members of his own family, Usman and for their children. They are the only ones. That's why they are all the emirs in the North have something to do with them. That's why they are the only one who can be educated. Yeah, that's how they structured it. And they make you be bowing down to them as their God. Yes, but you are in the majority. Why is a minority ruling you? So that is the thing. But it's time. It's time. I know this message is harsh to the ear. Yeah, but we have to speak it. Nigeria at 64 is not doing well at all. And the reason Nigeria is not doing well is because of the attitude of some people in the north of Nigeria who have had the opportunity of transforming the country, uniting the country, and integrating the country, but they did a direct opposite of that. Yeah, they promote hate. Can you imagine Buhari calling some people in the eastern region of Nigeria a dot in the circle? Yes, with no exit route. And then he went further to say that, they have businesses all over Nigeria, which means he's telling you to attack them like it has always been. In the north, yeah, Igbos have always been subjects of attack everywhere. In the southwest, recently, yes, there have been attacks. But the Igbos are the truest Nigerians. True Nigerians will be everywhere. But you go sit down there, the rich people, the people with means, from the north, they don't go to Igbo land to invest, but they will sit down and be running their mouth. The same thing with the people with means from the southwest, the Yoruba people. They sit down from a distance and be bad-mouthing Igbos that they don't allow people buy land in their places. When they did not try, they have not lived there. The only people who live there are people who come to rear cattle and sell their cattle. They don't invest. They sell their cattle and leave and go back. They are seasonal people. Then they come back again and all that. None establishes a place. They don't live and integrate into the town with the people. They want to always build their colony, squalor. We want to change that. That is what we should change. We should make laws that will expand opportunities for Nigerians, regardless of where they come. We don't want a Nigeria where somebody who lives anywhere will become a subject of attack because that is not his state of origin. That is not where he was born. I want to see a Nigeria where an Hausa man, a Fulani man, can come to Delta State and work in the Ministry of Education. He can be the best he can be. He can be a commissioner. He can even be governor of Delta State. Yeah, that is what it is here. Some of us in the United States, we run for positions. I have a friend who have run for Senate. There was one who was aspiring to run for the governorship of Delta from Nigeria. In this past election, some Nigerians won election in parts of the United States. Yes, we want that. But these elements, these hypocrites, these religious bigots, these tribal bigots, these extremists in the north of Nigeria don't want that for Nigeria. That is why the rest of us are suffering. We are tired of them holding Nigeria back. So it's either we open Nigeria, we break it loose, or they will have to go and form their country. Whoever wants to follow them should follow them. But those who want to be Nigeria, the real authentic Nigerians, regardless of where they come from, they can be in the type of Nigeria that we are building. But if these people don't allow us, they keep on standing in the way of us building the real Nigeria, we are going to expel them. They are the reason why Nande Kano emerged. They are the reason Sunday Igboho emerged. They are the reason we are having this young man, Simon Ekpa in Finland. Yes. And the more we come, if they don't change their attitude. If you people in the north, the ordinary people in the north, don't stand up to them and tell them that you are tired of them, like we are telling you now and we are telling them that we are tired of them. Nobody should be afraid of these people. They come with AK-47. Yeah, who cannot shoot AK-47? If it has to get to that, well, we have to fight for the soul of our country. No group has a right to come and run down and overrun our country without us responding. They destroyed our armed forces. They destroyed our police. They destroyed the DSS. They occupy all the strategic position in those organizations in order to continue. Just to tell you that this thing is not something that started yesterday. It's an orchestrated plan. They have programs. It's a program that they have been executing in phases. But this is their last phase. It's time for the people of Nigeria to stand up. Now, the North. I've told you, I pronounce that type of North dead. Yes, it will never come together again. You will not have the Baron people anymore. You will not have the Angas. You will not have Idomas and Igede supporting you again like they did during the time you declared a genocide against the Igbos. They are tired. They now know who you are. The thief people are not going to be with you doing your crap because you are killing them in Benue State, everywhere. So the time is up. Your time is up, for real. I don't care how many mercenaries you have inside Nigeria right now, but the day Nigerians will wake up and unify, you will see Armageddon for you who are sponsoring this evil in Nigeria. Stop, and now, stop, really stop. Stop this hypocrisy. We are one Nigeria. We are supposed to be one people. Whatever you worship does not matter. We are not stopping you from worshiping, but don't use it to hold our country back. That is why you are violating our rights with what you are doing. You are violating our rights by marrying underage children. Those are our children. So Nigeria must come to terms with its story right now and then chart a new course. Make laws that will prohibit people marrying underage children. Yes, at the National Assembly, we must make that law. We must make laws that will stop banks and other financial institutions from prostituting our young girls in the name of looking for creating an account. They call them marketers. People take advantage of them and abuse them sexually. Every day it is happening. We have a useless National Assembly not doing a damn thing about it. It's time. We must protect our children. Yeah, regardless of where they come from. We must protect our children in the north, south, east, and west. They are Nigerians. They are Nigerians. They are our children. They have a right to education. They have a right to everything that is good for Nigeria. They are children of Nigeria. We must not continue to allow some elements driven by religious bigotry, to continue to destroy them and leave them vulnerable and exposed to dangers by predators everywhere in that part of the country. It is time. Now, am I anti-North with all this? A lot of educated people in the North, they know this, but they cannot speak up because they say that there is something. It's like Islam. Does it talk? Islam, I know, is a religion of justice. So that is why there was Arab Spring. That was why people were rebelling against government. That was why Hosni Mubarak was removed. So why is it different in Nigeria? What type of Islam are they practicing in Nigeria that shuts people up? You know, when they see evil, they keep quiet. They rally you against the rest of Nigeria in the name of Islam and in the name of your region. It's time we stop that. We should build an organic Nigeria. We should build a Nigeria that can be integrated for the good of all of us. My love to you today. Please, brothers and sisters who listen to this message and those who are going to come later to listen to it, please do us a favor. Share it with everybody. Share it massively, especially with the people in the north of Nigeria. They need to be liberated. Yes, just as much as we all need to be liberated everywhere in Nigeria. Share our message and comment. You know, ask us questions. We are always happy to come back. Our vulnerability is becoming worse and very, very dangerous for the continuity of Nigeria. If we don't do something now, the next generation will suffer immense destruction. It is time to wake Nigeria up. It is time to own Nigeria. It is time to work for the good of Nigeria. I love you all, and I see you in my next video. Bye for now. And please, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel or you are not following us on our Facebook platform, please do so. And then, you know, recommend our message, our channels, and our platform for others so that they can join. And I want to remind you too that how you help us grow is by subscribing and then is commenting and then sharing our message. The more you view our messages, we have over 1,000 messages right now, all revolutionary messages for Africa, for Nigeria, and for the rest of the world where people are suffering. You know, we have all those messages. So take your time, go back, go to our channel, read us, listen to as many messages as you can. And that way, YouTube will continue to recommend our messages, you know, and that is why. And we practically don't take money from politicians. But if you have any way of supporting us to help us advance the cause of our message, please do so. You know, there are various channels through which you can do it on YouTube and on Facebook. We will sincerely and deeply appreciate you. Bye for now, and I love you.